Creating an enchanting, nostalgic Christmas atmosphere with timeless antique decor is a magical way to celebrate the holidays. Crackers and vintage Christmas figurines bring a sense of whimsy and nostalgia to any space. Look for hand-painted nutcrackers with intricate details or vintage Santas that have a charming, time-worn appeal. Arrange them on a mantle, bookshelf, or console table for an inviting display of cherished holiday memories. Tips: group nutcrackers in different sizes for a layered effect, and incorporate figurines like carolers, reindeer, or angels to complete the display. Antique-inspired stockings in rustic fabrics such as burlap, wool, or velvet will bring warmth and history to your fireplace. Embellished with lace, old-fashioned embroidery, or leather, they give the appearance of handcrafted, heirloom stockings. Choose muted, deep colors to stay in tune with the antique look. Tips: personalize stockings with vintage-style name tags or initials. You could use metal or wooden tags that look hand-stamped or handwritten. An antique Christmas decor theme wouldn't be complete without a vintage-inspired wreath. Look for wreaths made with pine, berries, and dried flowers, and add elements like velvet ribbons, antique bells, or mercury glass baubles. Hang these on doors, windows, or of your mantle for a timeless touch. Tips: instead of a modern wreath, you could repurpose vintage materials like old scarves or ribbons, which lend an aged and nostalgic charm. Vintage Christmas cards bring delightful nostalgia and can be displayed beautifully throughout your space. Look for Victorian or Edwardian style cards featuring old-fashioned Santas, snowy landscapes, or hand-painted images. You can string them across mantles, hang them on the Christmas tree, or place them in a decorative bowl on a table. Tips: you can even frame some of these cards or display them on small wooden easels for a charming, historical effect. Tinsel garlands have an undeniable old-school charm. Choose soft, muted metallic colors like silver, bronze, or tarnished gold. Drape them over the fireplace, around doorways, or weave them through your Christmas tree branches. Another option is metal bead garlands, which offer an elegant classic look without being overly flashy. Tips: tinsel should be sparse, not overly packed, for a more antique look, and metal beads can be layered on shelves or strung across your window frame for added detail. Set the table with antique or vintage-inspired plates, glassware, and flatware. Look for porcelain or ceramic pieces with holiday motifs like holly or berries. Mixing and matching vintage glassware creates an inviting, old-world table that's perfect for Christmas gatherings. Tips: include vintage silverware, even if slightly tarnished, for added character. Wrap napkins with lace or ribbons for a delicate, period-correct touch. Tree skirts are another detail that shouldn't be overlooked. Opt for a vintage-inspired tree skirt made of burlap, linen, or quilted fabrics, featuring simple patterns or antique lace trims. A well-chosen tree skirt can transform your Christmas tree into a scene straight out of a 19th century holiday story. Tips: if you're using an antique rug or throw as a tree skirt, pick one with warm, earthy tones to complement the aged look of your other decor. Nothing says vintage Christmas like the sound of bells. Antique bells add authenticity and charm, whether you hang them on your tree, attach them to a wreath, or place them as tabletop decor. Pair these bells with ribbon accents in deep greens, burgundy, or gold for an elegant touch. Tips: attach bells to door handles, door knobs, or wreaths. Use natural fiber ribbons like velvet or satin for a refined, antique finish. Tree toppers can be the centerpiece of your vintage decor. Consider antique options like old-fashioned stars or angel figures made of metal, glass, or even straw. You might find some amazing handmade toppers in thrift stores or antique shops. The key is to select something that appears handmade or has a worn, sentimental quality. Tips: if using an angel topper, select one with a serene, slightly worn look. For stars, metal or glass toppers with intricate designs often capture the vintage spirit. Consider using antique clocks or pocket watches in your decor to bring a sense of timelessness to the holiday season. Display them on mantels, shelves, or in holiday centerpieces, symbolizing the moments cherished through each holiday season. Tips: arrange them with pentacones, holly, or miniature figurines to tie them into your holiday decor while maintaining a vintage theme. Feather trees were a popular Christmas decoration in the Victorian era. Made from dyed feathers, these trees are petite and look charming with a few miniature ornaments. You can display one on a console table or mantle, adding an instant sense of history. Tips: decorate feather trees with tiny baubles, metal garlands, or even small strands of pearls for an elegant touch. Lighting is key in creating a nostalgic, antique-inspired Christmas feel. Use brass or pewter candle holders for your candles, placing them around your home for soft lighting. If you have an antique chandelier, dress it up with tinsel or vintage ornaments for a grand, old-fashioned effect. Tips: place a candle display on your dining table or fireplace for an inviting glow, being mindful of safety if using real candles. Layering with vintage quilts or throws featuring classic Christmas patterns like plaid or patchwork adds warmth and history. Drape them on sofas, chairs, or at the foot of the bed to create cozy, inviting